What is the nature of your very existence? If only this is known deeply, happiness and peace are complete and without end. The fruitfulness of any spiritual experience or spiritual practice is found in the shining of your own existence. That is, it's due to the knowledge essence, the knowledge of your own being. Subtract the knowledge essence from any experience, from any practice, and what is left of it? But with the knowledge essence, all of it becomes fruitful. The knowledge is the shining of one's own nature, or pure consciousness. For this reason, the Vedas, specifically an Upanishad, says, Pranyanam Brahma, supreme knowledge is Brahman, in which Brahman indicates the immeasurably vast, indivisible absolute existence. What kind of knowledge is this, that it is referred to as supreme knowledge? It is without the usual triadic division found in perceptions and mental conceptions, that of the knower, the knowing, and the known. It is that knowledge of oneself in which the knower, the knowing, and the known are identical. It transcends sensory perception and transcends mental conception, but is realizable within you. Because it is self-knowledge, another Upanishad declares another Mahavakya, or great saying. I am Atma Brahma. This self is Brahman. That which is knowledge, that which is consciousness, that which is illimitable, is your very existence. And you are not truly otherwise. If it seems as if otherwise in your experience, then you ought to inquire and know your existence as it truly is. And then you find what all the wise have found. This is to be realized by experiential knowledge. That which is beyond sensation and conception. The experience is described in another Upanishad as Aham Brahmasmi, I am Brahman. It indicates not the thought, I am Brahman, but the realization of your very existence, directly experienced as it is, without any superimposed limitation, superimposed through imagination. The imagination that we commonly call ignorance. Knowledge puts an end to ignorance. Nothing else does so. And therefore it is what makes spiritual practice fruitful. In his text, Atmabodha, self-knowledge, Adi Shankara says that knowledge alone is the means to liberation. It is the means and it is the end. Where we start is where we end. Start with your own self, your own existence, and inquire deeply within yourself to know the existence as it is. It is not apart from you, so you cannot set it aside from yourself as if it were an object. Nor can you truthfully set yourself aside from it as if you were a separate subject. The fourth Mahavakya is Tattvamasi, that you are, indicating the identity of you and yourself, you and Brahman. That is, the true self is the only self that you actually are. And you are not the limited embodied individual that you might imagine yourself to be. The Maharshi gave as instruction, for the purposes of liberating oneself from all of the imagined bondage, the inquiry, who am I? Put the question to yourself. Not so much the words of it, but the meaning of it. Begin with your own sense of existence. You have a continuous, uninterrupted knowledge of existence. Though it pervades your sense perception, it does not depend on any sense perception. Without seeing, hearing, touching, etc., you still know that you exist. And you exist the same way when seeing, touching, hearing, etc. appear. The existence remains the same, regardless of the sense perceptions, regardless of the changes of your body from birth to death, and before and after. What is this existence that is always the same? You are, and you know that you are. How is it that you know that you are? It does not depend on the body or the senses. Nor does it depend on the thought, I am. With or without that thought, you still are, and you know that you are. The knowledge of your existence is something intrinsically doubtless. Even if intellectually you could consider the doubt, maybe I exist, maybe I don't, you would still be assuming your own existence to consider the question. You are, and you know that you are, and this knowledge that you are is indivisible from the existence itself. That is, the knowledge and the being are the same thing. You are. That much is true. You are something that has good reason to be doubted. Whatever is objective to you cannot actually be you. Though if you come to know yourself as you are, infinite and eternal, there is nothing apart from you. But you are not a thing. Casting aside all that's perceived, hence objective, all that is conceived, and hence also objective, what is your nature? That which has beginning and end, is sporadic, is objective, has a coming and going, cannot be you, and therefore cannot be real. To know reality, to know Brahman, know your own existence. The end is the beginning, say the wise. So the Maharshi has us inquire, who am I? And whatever else you may do in regards to your spirituality, if you adhere to this knowledge essence, well, just find out then what happens. Abandon the tendency to misidentify with a body or with a mind, which is but a collection of thoughts. Cease to regard anything that appears within a waking, dreaming, or sleeping state of mind as yourself. And question the very assumption of existing as an individual of any kind. Where I and mine are, such are its illusion. The eyeless, the mindless, is said to be liberation. That which is now called liberation or realization of the self is in truth the ever-existent reality. This much is indicated. Determine the truth of it for yourself inside. Inquire within yourself to know yourself.